I leave tomorrow and I'm super stressed about moving. It's going to be a 3-day trip. And I'm a little nervous about taking my sewing saw because I don't know, I need to look up the laws on taking a saw across state lines. I should probably do that before I leave. But I'm leaving super early tomorrow and I'm not coming back. So I need to figure out and pack everything that I want in my car. And that's honestly not even the most stressful part. Like, honestly, what I'm really stressed about is getting stranded because it is so hot that me and my dog would croak on the side of the road if somebody didn't catch us in time. So I'm worried about that. I'm hoping though that it goes off without a hitch. I'm gonna leave super duper early so that you know, we're kind of out before the bad heat. And then on top of that, I'm stressed about finances. I'm gonna be in serious debt from going to school. And like it'll be worth it in the end because like you go to school and then you're able to make 6 figures and pay it back. It's just a lot of debt. And like without it, I'm stuck doing one. Making a little bit of money, like, you know, it's like I'm gonna just do it and whatever. But I need to be smart about it. On top of that, my landlady was so bitchy today. So I was like, you know, I'm not from where I'm going, and I was like, my sister had something delivered, which was very nice of her. And I was like, I asked my landlady because I'm not gonna be there for another week. I was like, could I pay somebody $20 to just move it to the behind the gate? I'll pay for it. You know, someone from the office, whoever wants $20. And she was like, yeah, we don't do that. I would suggest asking like a family member or a friend. Stupid people like this really piss me off because obviously if I had family or friends in the state that I was going to, I would ask them instead of paying $20. It just pissed me off. And because it's like, use your brain. You know what I mean? If she would have used her brain for 2 seconds, she wouldn't have been snarky. But instead, now she's putting those bad vibes out into the world when she didn't need to at all. Venting about it makes me feel better though. I just hope she's not too problematic because I want to stay in this place for a while. You know, I'm kind of sick of moving. I just want to stay there. We're moving so much. And it's to the point where I'm like scared to get settled because I'm like, well, I'm just gonna fucking move. So, but that's where I'm at right now. And you know, another thing that was like I was thinking about was like my falling out with one of my friends who sometimes when you're in a friendship you just kind of like ignore a lot of their like red flags because they're your friend. But I was thinking about her a lot and it's like she never irritated me, but like she was the kind of person who would get irritated with me. It's pretty difficult to irritate me, I will say. If anybody ever says that I snapped at them, they had to really push me there. They had to really push me. So anyways, she and I were going to have a dinner one day and I was gonna cook dinner and make us like a nice evening, girls' night. And she was like, well, okay, I can't do it at 7, that's too late. And then I get home at 5, I need to walk my dog and cook dinner. And I was like, okay, well, like, if that's too late, are you gonna be like gone by 7? And she's like, yeah, well, I'm meeting somebody after dinner. And I was like, okay, so I'm rushing home, cooking us dinner just for you to eat it and leave? Like, that's obviously, I thought it was implied that if we're hanging out after work, like that was our evening, you know? Maybe I'm stupid for that, but that's what I thought it implied. So she was like, I just don't understand the problem, Elsa, because I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to rush home, and I wasn't mad. I was like, let's reschedule. And she was like, yeah, well, I just don't understand the problem, blah, blah, blah. And she was like getting snippy with me, and I was like, zero problem. Go hang out with your friend. I don't care. I don't have a problem. So I was like irritated that we spent so long talking about it, because like, I don't care. Go hang out. We'll hang out another time. Like, I'm not even saying we're not friends, nothing. But I was like, okay, that happened, and she got irritated with me over that. So she told me later that her and her boyfriend broke up. Go figure. This bitch has high standards that no one could meet. She's not like, you know, obviously, when you have a friend, you think they're special, but she's not like, you know, doing anything to like substantiate those high standards. But anyways, you know, never settle. So she's like stressing this guy out, and he was like, I can't take the pressure. It's just what I heard. And broke up with her. And so she was really upset, and that's why she was snippy over the dinner thing. And I was like, oh my god, no worries, like, we'll reschedule. I checked up on her throughout the course of a couple of weeks, and you know, I tried to call, and like I was inviting her out all the time. She never wanted to hang out, and she never wanted to call, but I was like reaching out, you know, in case she needed that. She called me one evening when I was already drunk with a group of friends heading out the door. And she called me, and I barely remember this because I was drunk, but I remember her saying that she almost got broken into. And I'm not talking shit. I'm just pointing out how people are. It's fine. We're all flawed. But she is dramatic like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know if she really almost got broken into, but of course I'm going to treat it like she did. And I was like, call the cops. And she was like, I called the cops. She wanted me to come sit at her house with her that almost got broken into, instead of going out with my friends when I'm already drunk. So I was like, just come out with us. Like, get out of your house. Like, I'm not going to go put myself in a potentially dangerous situation. On top of that, like, have fun, you know? Get out of the slump. And she was like, no, I don't want to. So I thought we were fine. I checked on her. Oh, wait, she texted me a couple days later, and she's like, I felt super disregarded, and I want an apology. And I was like, disregarded? I answered you on a busy night out, invited you out, have checked up on you all the time. I did anything but disregard you. And she wanted an apology. And I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna apologize. I'm gonna be walked over all over like that. So I checked on her a few days after she demanded the apology, you know, because I was like, she's clearly going through something. And she called me all sorts of things, was demanding an apology again. And I tried to talk to her. I was like, you know, I wish you nothing but the best. I definitely didn't disregard you, but I'm not apologizing. You know, like, I feel like I bend over backwards, because you're kind of like a needy person. Needy people deserve friends. I was happy being that friend, but I'm not gonna apologize constantly, you know? So, all because I didn't apologize, she cussed me out, called me all sorts of names, and blocked me. And I was fine with this. Honestly, like, she was a good friend, but, like, clearly, like I said, high standards. No one can ever live up, you know? So it's fine. I was fine being blocked. I have tons of friends. It's fine. It was hurtful, but I didn't cry or anything. But then she went and she told a mutual friend a different story, obviously, that made her look good. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, people can believe whatever they want, and I'm okay with being misunderstood. But it just goes to show that, like, people are snakes. They really are snakes. And it serves no one if you're difficult. But you know, I think about people like that often because it's like I'm sad. I'm sad for her. I did love her. She was my friend. But at the same time, what do you want me to do? Like I'm not gonna degrade myself and apologize all the time for you. Like especially when I have like friends who actually love me. So and you know, she was always in some sort of drama. She's way too old for that too. She's 30 something. And she's more mature than I was when I met her. I met her when I was like 19, 20. But she told me during some of the times where she was having a difficult time due to drama she kind of caused. And I was the only one who would like sit and listen to her and you know whatever hurt her boyfriend at the time. She told me that. So I'm like, okay, you not only drove the boyfriend who loved you away, but you went out of your way, jumped through all these hoops to feel like blocking me was a good move. Now you're all alone. So you're only hurting yourself. And up until she blocked me, even after she cussed me out, I was like, I am still here for you. I know that you're not acting in your right mind. Like previously, I don't feel like you would have ever said these hurtful things to me. I didn't use the phrase right mind, but you know, when you go through a breakup, you're like not thinking clearly. I think I use the word thinking clearly. And I wasn't trying to invalidate her at all. All I did was not apologize. Um, and up until that point, I was like, I am still here for you. Like, whatever you need, I'm here for you. And she was like, well, I am in my right mind, blah, blah, blah. And then she'd say some other mean and hurtful thing to me. And it's like, okay, well, then I also feel bad for you because who wants to get negative all the time? I don't know. It also kind of makes you think about like, who do you want in your life? Do you want people who bring you down like that, or do you want people who are going to help you grow? Another thing that bothers me are fence sitters. You know, it's like, okay, I understand like seeing someone else's perspective, but also like, I don't know, and this is just like in general something to think about. Like people who don't pick sides where there's clearly a wrong and they have to be like, but what about their perspective? You know, why did they do that? I think that's important, but also like when you're in the middle of a situation, you gotta like help your friend who's, I don't know. It's kind of like when Sweden didn't pick a side. It's like, okay, there's a right side. I don't know. I get it if you're doing it for your own like benefit or whatever. I don't know how to look up if I can take my singing saw. What should I look up? I get stressed, but talking about it helps. Now I feel better. I'm gonna hang out with a couple friends before I leave. It's late tomorrow morning. And yeah, hopefully my adventures are good. I'm really stressed about money, so I'm hoping to find a way to make some money. I'm not lazy. I've had a lot of jobs. I'm just gonna be busy with school. So yeah. Just my dog is old and I worry about him. I worry about everything. On the bright side, life is only getting better. And my hair looks good.